Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Witchcraft and this is a channel mainly about cross stitch and other crafty things. You may have seen me in the past. This isn't my first floss tube. I done some floss tubes probably 8-9 months ago now, and I'm ready to get back into it. Hopefully if you've watched before and you're watching again that you like what I'm doing now, and thank you for returning, and hello to anyone new that's not ever seen any of my floss tubes before. The reason why there was a gap was because just a lot of things were going on in my life and I just didn't have the time. My stitching's changed then as well. I was mainly doing heaven and earth designs, heights, full coverage, and now I'm doing samplers and small projects and all different things. So it's going to be nice to kind of show you how things have changed since my last one if you are returning, but if not, there are still heights in my whips, my work in progress, so you'll see them along the way too. So today I would like to show you my fully finished objects, some finished objects and some works in progress as well. When I last done a floss tube, I was, like I say, mainly on heights. I had a project on the go for my friend. It was her birthday. I'm going to put a picture up there. It's called the, or there, whichever way it goes, the Leshy, and it was by the Witchy Stitcher, I think. I'll put the details down below anyway. And I absolutely loved being able to cross stitch something in about 3 months and have it finished and then fully finished and give it as a gift. And I think knowing that my heights were going to be taking so long, I suddenly thought I really want to have something up on my wall now. I've got a few things sort of behind me that my nan's done for me and a few other little bits that I've done, but I didn't have a lot around the house that I had done and I wanted some bits up. I've been watching Brenda and Laura and they do a lot of samplers, and I just thought I really like these samplers. I've never done a sampler before. That's what I want to do. And there were some other patterns as well that I'd come across that I wanted to do. So I kind of headed that way and I've continued that way, but also I've been picking up some heights as well along the way. So I'm not going to show you all my whips today just because I don't know how many I have, but I have a lot. I'm just going to show you what I'm currently mainly working on, and like I say, my fully finishes and my finishes. So I thought what I'd do with first is to show you my finishes since the last time I was on, and then we'll go from there. So talking that I was doing samples, this actually isn't really a sampler, but this is probably one of the first ones I'd done since my last floss tube, and I believe it's called Nevermore, and I want to say it's by La-di-da maybe, but I will put that down below as well. I'm absolutely rubbish at remembering anything like that. And I used all the core foil threads. This is on 25 count, and it's a fabric I dyed myself. I got some coffee coloured dye on and I mottled it. I scrunched up the fabric and just mottled the colour on. I was really happy with how this came out. So I think it was, yeah, 25 1/1. So really pleased with that. I absolutely love this one. This one goes up on the wall behind me, and it just spurred me on to do more smalls and get things done. Also, Nevermore is one of my favourite poems, so there we go. And then I done, let's see, so it's by Plum Street Sampler, Cinnamon Stars. There was a stitch along on Instagram, and my friend popped up. She was doing a stitch along, and I thought, I really want to do this. It's on my list. I need to get all the bits. So I managed to get all the colours that I needed and the fabric. And it's this one. Again, sorry for the glare. I'm really happy with how this came out. I absolutely loved stitching this. It was just such a quick stitch, but it was I enjoyed it so much. It's just turned out so well. And I really like the frame as well. The colour goes well with it, so I'm really pleased with that. So that's that. I believe that one was, I think that was 25 count 1/1 as well. So yeah. I then found this one called By the Nebby Needle, So it says autumn leaves and pumpkins, please. Yeah, it's called Pumpkins, Please. And I was originally going to do it on a cushion, but I found a really good frame. So I framed that one. And this was a nice quick one as well. Really, really quick to, because obviously like this colour is just one colour, variegated. And I really like the frame that I chose for this one. So absolutely love this one. Problem with this one is the frame's really heavy. So I haven't been able to put it up yet, but I do want to put this up because I really, really love it. I'm a bit of a sucker for anything autumn, Halloween-y. I love autumn's my favourite time of the year, hence the orange. So yeah, really pleased with how that one was. So, oh, was that finished? I then also there's a floss tuber called Penny's Daughter Shares, I think she's called, or just Penny's Daughter. It's one of the two. Sorry, Penny. No, not because she's Penny is her mum. Sorry. So I went on to her channel and she was saying, does anybody need spurring on? I believe her name's Michelle, actually. Oh, you know when your brain goes, boom. Anyway. So she had said, does anybody need any help finishing something off? If so, I'm ready. I'll spare you one. And I had one that I when I saw I don't know if this ever happens to you, but I'd seen a pattern and I absolutely fell in love with the pattern and was so excited to start it. And then when I started it, I wasn't enjoying stitching it and I couldn't understand why. I think it's possibly the fabric I chose, but I got halfway through and I just thought, oh my God, this isn't going to be finished. And I really want it finished. I really like it. And Michelle had said, if so, just tag her in it. I can't remember what the hashtag was, so I can put that down below as well. And it was just so that you could post it on there and then people could just give you advice or just go, come on, you can do it. Sometimes you just need that just to go like, it's only a few more stitches, just do this. And she gave me targets to do. So next time she posts a video, she'd say, okay, well, next time you do it, try and get the X amount done. And so I had something to focus on. I was like, I need to get this done by then. And that's helped me finish it. So this is the pattern. I'm trying to remember who it's by. I have to put that back down below as well. But there's a whole set of them with all different wording. So I got Dream, which again is autumn. I absolutely love it, but I just didn't love stitching it. I think this is linen, maybe 32 count. But yeah, it's lovely. I absolutely love it, but I just didn't love stitching it. And I'm also struggling now to find a frame for it. So I do want it up on my wall. I do love it and I'm so pleased, and it was so helpful that she was there kind of spurring me on, and everybody that followed her and followed me on Instagram was spurring me on as well. So that was really good. So if you need that, honestly, give it a go because it does really help you finish things. So I will find out what that one's called though. I can't think offhand. And then next went on to La-di-da Fracta Flowers, because I absolutely love this bird, love it, and other colours are just stunning, and this I absolutely loved stitching. I want to stitch another one just like it because I really, really enjoyed stitching this. And I just put this in a basic frame, which I didn't got 3 bits that I haven't got rid of. If I whisper that behind you, I don't hear. So yeah, use exactly the same colours they asked for, the DMC colours, and it was on some of the leftover fabric that I had from the other one that I'd dyed, so it's 25 count again. And I put my initials and the date on there, and I'm just so happy with how this turned out. I really, really love it. So I'd like to do another one of these. This is kind of my style, as well as autumn and Halloween and things. I really like this sort of kind of vintagey look, really, really good. So really pleased with that. And then Owl Forest Embroidery have these lovely Russian folklore patterns, and me and my friend read lots of different books with Russian folklore, and so hence why I'd done the Leshy for her before. And I saw this pattern and it was Father Mushroom, and it can be framed or anything. I decided to make it into a cushion. So this is the first time I made a cushion, so please be kind. But so this is Father Mushroom, and one of the books I was reading as well, which is The Bear and the Nightingale, they have a little Father Mushroom in there as well. So I think of him as him from the book. But I really enjoyed stitching this up. Our Forest embroidery kits are really, really good. You get all the thread there, it's variegated, and the needle and the pattern, it's all in a nice box, and it's just so lovely. It's like a little treat when you get it through the post. And yeah, so I really enjoyed stitching this, and then I just chose like a fabric to go with it and just stuffed it with filling. I would have liked to have done some sort of kind of trim around it, and typically after I'd made it, Elizabeth Can Stitch had posted how to put trimming in between, and I know I probably could have worked out myself, but seeing that I was like, oh, she's made it look really easy, and I could have just followed that and put that on here. So I think if I make more pillows, which I do plan on doing, that's what I'll do with those. But I'm really, really pleased with how this turned out. It's just so cute. So yeah, apologies if I'm going too quick as well. I haven't done this for such a long time that I'm super nervous and probably rushing a bit, so apologies. I then decided to get into some, so I've been watching, I'm so bad with names, Mad Morty and her husband, and she does a lot of Mill Hill kits, and she'd done a Mill Hill kind of finishing video, which was really helpful. And I remember probably over a year ago now, I was on my Stitchy Zoom friends with some of the other Flosstubers on here, and so Christy's Corner Needlework and Crafty Emily, and I was on there with them and Marcia and just lots of different people, and I was trying to do a Mill Hill, and I was like, I can't get my head around how to do it on the perforated paper, and I found it just really, it was silly. It's simple, but I just couldn't get my head around it. So I kind of put it to one side and just was like, that's it, I can't do a Mill Hill. And then I saw Mad Morty's video, and I just thought, I really want to try it again. There's some that I really like. So I gave it a go, and now I absolutely love it and want to do all the Mill Hill kits. So the first one I done was this one, which says, "Come stitch for a spell." My finishes is nowhere near as good as Mad Morty, but I finished it and it hangs up on my wall, and I love it. And I love all the like the shiny beads, and just this like little, they're called like little treasure trinket things or something. And I just put this little hanging on with the remaining beads, and then I just put felt on the back just to cover the back. But I absolutely love this. And then I got this one, which kind of goes with it as well. This really nice dragonfly charm on there, and they're like in a week I can stitch it up and then put all the beads on, and that's it, it's done. And it's just, I really, really like doing these. This one doesn't seem to be as shiny, but you can see how the beads stick out. So I'm a bit Mill Hill obsessed as well. I've got a snow globe one on the go, which I didn't bring down, but I can show that in another video. So yeah, it's really good, and that's what I love about Flosstube, is you can watch other people and get some really good tips and maybe finish ideas that you wouldn't have thought of. And everybody's just so approachable. If you want to ask them a question, you can just message them, and everyone's just so kind of, yeah, of course I'll help, and they're straight away helping. And everybody, I haven't come across anyone that has been sort of ignorant or not very nice. It's such a nice community, and it's kind of why I wanted to come back on and do my Flosstubes, is just to get back into it. It's nice to show everybody what I've been doing, because I, as much as my family say, oh yeah, they're really nice, if someone's not into cross stitch, it's kind of, after a while their eyes glaze over and they're like, are you still talking about cross stitch? So it's nice to be able to talk about it on here, and other people can be stitching whilst I'm chatting, like I do when I'm watching other people or whatever, you know. And if you would like to comment at the bottom, that'd be great, so we can sort of chat and things. But yeah, it's just been, I'm hoping that this Flosstube goes well so I can get back into it. I know it's going to be a bit dodgy, my first one back. I'm not editing what I'm saying, or I haven't planned it out. I'm just ad-libbing, as you can tell, and hopefully that's okay. So that's my finishes. Yeah, and there was an FO there as well. So I'm going to go through my whips that I have on the go. First off, I've got a Barbara Anna Designs sale, which is ongoing at the moment. So I haven't got a finished picture of it. You literally get sort of that image to go by. And it's called the Winged Dreams Mystery Sale. So there's going to be, I think you can see, look, there's a girl there and she's got butterfly wings and there's flowers. And I'm not very far in it at all. I'm doing it on 25 count. Some of that fabric I've got left over. Let's think, how does it go? Yeah. So, and I'm not too sure even I should stay on this fabric either, because you can not really see these lines that very well, but they'll go the other side. This is like the top of a butterfly wing, and then she'll be there in the middle. I think the colours will look nice on this. I'm just not sure whether I should go bigger or whether I should change to a darker fabric so that this pops out a bit more. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. I don't know if that's even focusing. I don't think it is. Yeah, just let me know what you think about that. It's really, I mean, you can't really have an opinion too much because there's not a lot done. But let me know what you think about the colour anyway. If you think I should continue or just change, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think this is the first Barbara Anna design sale that I've done, and I do like the fact that it's a mystery thing and you get a bit each time. I want to say the 1st of July is the last instalment, which will be the girl. So I've got to catch up because that's this Friday, isn't it? So yeah, well, I won't finish by this Friday, but I do need to crack on that. I've also found, bizarrely, that I'm struggling to work on 25 count at the moment. My eyes have got worse and I'm wearing glasses now to stitch, whereas before I didn't need to. And I feel like I'm enjoying 32 count over 2 because it's bigger. And so it's not about the size of the holes, it's more about just the size of the stitch and having to concentrate on that little stitch. So I'm starting to do bigger count. So whether or not I might change this just because of that reason, I don't know. But yeah, that's that. And then on the same piece of fabric, I've got this Lila's Studio. Oh, do you know what? Lila's Studio might be the person that done the Nevermore. Well, you would have seen down below anyway. But this one's called Busy Bee, and it says, "How doth the busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all day from every opening flower." And I just thought it was really sweet. I really love this one. I was struggling to get hold of this blue. I can't remember what it's called, but I'm still waiting for this blue. But yeah, this is a lovely one. I absolutely love bees and gardens, flowers, anything like that. So I think I've got a small start on that on here. So that is there. So I think that's going to look really cute when that's stitched up. I just need to get back on that. I kind of picked it up ages ago and it stopped, and I need to just focus. I've done this really good, as you can see with my finishes, I've done this really good bout of kind of sticking to 1 or 2 patterns and just getting it done. And now I've gone back to having every single thing I see in my basket bought and started and then carried on to the next, and I need to stop. So hopefully this will help with that. So that's that one. And this is in no order by what I'm doing either, and it's just I've plunked them to the side and gone, we'll just go through them and talk about it as I go. So one of the newest ones that I've been doing is called Halloween Candlesticks by Lakeside Needlecraft. The designer is Jenny Barton. So I absolutely love this pattern. I will have it on my wall all year round. It doesn't need to just be Halloween, and the fact that I've got an orange wall, it was perfect. So I really am enjoying stitching this up. It stitches up quickly because it's just bulk colour. There's about 12 colours maybe in total, and it's really easy to kind of nip through. And the stitchy zoom that I do every other week, there's a lovely lady, Jen, and she done a prize for who could guess Christy's Corner Needlework. She was starting her first Haid, and we had to be the nearest to guess when she was going to be starting her Haid, and if we won, we would win a lot of things from Jen. So she sent me a load of lovely fabric and loads of really nice, like a nice pattern and just loads of lovely bits. I was really, really spoiled. And this fabric here was in the stash, which was, as soon as I saw it, I knew what I wanted to put on it. So this was for the Halloween one. And I guess Christy was going to do it near her birthday, and she did. She did it for her birthday start. So I was very lucky. And this is where I'm at with that one. Now, what I find ironic is it says beware, and then you've got the most cutest little mouse just looking up at the word beware. I just think that's not really scary, but that's what it's kind of like, cute, spooky, you know, oh, they call it like spooky or something, but I'm too old to be saying that. Yeah, it's just so cute, and this fabric is just absolutely, it's like it's made for the pattern, because look at that, it's just the same fabric pretty much. The fabric is by Be Stitch Me. It's called Dreams Are Cool, and it's even weave 27 count, and I'm doing over 2, I think, yeah, 2 over 2 and full cross. So yeah, absolutely love this one, and I just need to continue with it, because when I get going with it, it comes really, really quickly. And yeah, so I'm really enjoying that one. My next one I've got in my pile is the New Normal, which is a long dog sampler. It's one that I had on the go when I was doing my Flosstubes before, so if you've seen it before, you'll see sort of my progress. I won't do it before or after just because it's been so long, but this is one I absolutely love, and I recently got back into it. I just thought, why have I stopped doing this? I really love this one. I'm doing on 18 count, I think, yeah, 1 over 1 on 18 count, and I'll show you how far I've got. So yeah, I absolutely love this one. I am using 334 for the blue, the dark blue, and the light blue is 160, I think, or 161. I think it's 160. But yeah, I've done quite a lot of the bottom bit now. I showed it the other day on Instagram, and I said, oh, excuse the stain, look at that. Oh, and I was like, it doesn't matter, it will wash out at the end. And then someone was like, are you sure you want to rely on it washing out at the end? And now I'm panicking, so I'm going to try and wash it before I continue down there. But I'm really pleased with how this has turned out. The colours just really contrast each other really well, and I haven't got too long to finish, so I just need to get cracking on this one as well. It's really nice. I try and just focus on a bubble at a time, and then I get waylaid onto another part of it. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. So there we go. So that's Ada that I'm doing 18 count Ada on that one. So talking of what I've done in my last video, people would have known that I used to go on about a Haid called Hannah Halloween, and I did it on 18 count. I'd started it on 18 count white Ada, and it's gonna be big, and I thought, oh, it's too big, I want to do it smaller. So I started doing it on 25 count, half cross stitch. And that's where I left it, and I went back to it the other day and I started on this 25 count, and I hated working on the 25 count, and I thought, oh my, I can't do these small stitches, I don't know what I'm going to do. So I've kind of gone full circle, and I've now bought 18 count and starting again, and I found a really lovely patterned background. So I guess that's kind of okay that I've started again on 18 because of the pattern. But I'll put a picture of Hannah Halloween up here, and I really haven't started much, but I wanted to show the fabric. So it's like got cobwebs all over it, which is going to be absolutely fantastic for Hannah Halloween, to have cobwebs in the background. So I got this from Lakeside Needlecraft, and it's 18 count, and I've literally done the most tiniest of starts. This is her eyes kind of here, and this goes down to her nose. So I'm starting in the middle this time, but this background fabric is just going to be fab for Hannah Halloween. So that's the Haid. And so Halloween is my favourite. It was by, oh, my mind's gone blank. I have to put that down below. So I'm rubbish, and I should have written it all down. Sheena Pike, that's it. I don't think she's on Heaven and Earth Design anymore. I didn't see her when I last went on. So I'm quite lucky to have got that pattern while she was there. It's one of Halloween's one of the ones that it's just I want to have it done one day, but I want to enjoy stitching it, and going back to 18 count is how I can do it. I was going to do 32 count, but I would have needed to buy bigger fabric and it would have cost me about £20 more, and I thought I don't really want to have to spend sort of £40 when I could spend £20, so that was why I went to the 18, but we shall see. So hopefully I'll start getting through that too, and you can see a bit more progress and actually see something rather than just a little bit of beige in the middle, but the fabric is fab, so that's where I am with that one. The next one I'm going to show you, The Works, which is a shop in the UK. It's kind of like a cheapy shop with books and craft bits in it. They were having a sale, and my daughter really likes giraffes, so I picked up this pattern, and so it was an actual kit that came with everything you needed, and I've started this, and let's see, it's on, does it say what count? Maybe not. I want to say, well actually no, okay, scrap that. I didn't use the fabric in there because Jen, when she gave me a load of really nice coloured patterns, she got me this yellow, which again was perfect for this. So this is what I've started it on. This yellow is, I think, another Bestitch Me, but I've not got the thingy on. But this is the progress I got with that. In fact, it goes that way, so that's good. So yeah, my daughter absolutely loves giraffes, so I'm doing this one for her. That's coming along quite nicely. It's an easy one to stitch. It's not hugely like really enjoyable because it's just kind of a few of the same colours, but as I can see it coming along, I think it's going to look really nice, and this fabric was perfect for it. So yeah. It was my birthday in May, and my mum bought me this pattern. It says cats are like biscuits, one is never enough. Now the reason why she bought me this is last Flosstube you would have seen I had, if you watched that obviously, I had a cat, I have a cat called Socks, and then for my birthday this year we got a kitten called Salem. So we've got 2 cats now, which is why she got me this, which they're really cute. Sorry for the glare. So this will be a nice little quick one to do, to put up. And I've done the most smallest of starts on this one. And I'm using the pattern and everything that came in the fabric that came in there. I think this is possibly, what does it say? I think it's 16 count Ada, or 14, it's quite big. But yeah, you use blends of colours, so and you do a lot of halves. There's loads of halves in there. You can't really see, but there's just, now just my face and your face, sorry. But there's those are tiny little half stitches and things, so it kind of doesn't go as quick as I thought it would for that reason, but I think it's going to look cute when it's done. And that's by Heritage Craft, Peter Underhill. So yeah, that's quite cool. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so it's this one by the Blue Flower called Moonlight Sampler, and it says, though my soul may set in darkness, it will rise in perfect light. I have loved the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. And I absolutely love this one. I had this on my list for ages, and my mum got me this for, I think it was a year before last birthday actually. And I dyed some fabric for it, but I'm not too sure I like the fabric, so I might buy fabric and start this one again. I dyed it like a purpley colour, and this is where I've got so far. But yeah, I mean, it's nice, but I'm just not sure on the fabric. I think this is an 18 count Ada that I dyed. And I'm really loving 32 at the moment, so I might get a 32 that's similar colour and start again. But I have got a good start there, so I could just continue on. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but this one's kind of like in my whip pile, but undecided whether I'll continue on this colour or not. Let me know what you think. I know that, I mean, on camera you can't really see these words as well. In person you can see them better. but not hugely clearly, so maybe I'd need to get a slightly darker colour to work on. Though saying that, the pattern isn't really on that dark fabric, it's almost the same, so I don't know, I'll have to think about that one. But yeah, this is on the go kind of at the moment. I do absolutely love the pattern though. The next one I have to show you is, so this is by Boffy Threads, and it's called, put like stuck on the fabric, these three things. I'm just going to leave it in there because it's not coming out. So this is one I started a while ago, and I want it up in my bathroom, so it needs to get finished. And it was a kit, it came with all the threads and everything, and I shall show you where I'm at with that one. Okay, oh, there we go. So it's quite a big one. I've got quite a lot done though. Just go in. So I've got the actual verse in there, the border to finish at the top, and then coming down here to the house, which I absolutely love the house. Yeah, I think a lot of people have a thing about doing houses in samplers. They're just something about them is therapeutic. I don't know. But I do absolutely love this one. So yeah, I need to get finishing on this so that I can get this up on my wall. So yeah. And this one's quite a nice easy one to stitch as well, because it's like block colour again, and there's quite a lot. You can just kind of go at it for a while, which is good. This is another sort of favourite of mine by Jeanette Douglas, Vintage Birds. What I love about this one is it's got specialty stitches. So you've got Algerian eyelets in the peacock. So in here it's like loads of little holes like you make in the pattern. I think that's possibly, oh, there's some specialty stitches in the vases here as well. I don't know if there's any others, might be down on this bit. But I really like patterns that have kind of cross stitch and specialty stitches. I really want to do a pattern by the Victoria Sampler. She does samplers, and it's just loads of different types of stitches. And I know Christy at the moment, she's going to do an embroidery kind of class thing online, teaching you some of the stitches. So it'll be satin stitch and split stitch and different types of stitching. And I just think it's fun to kind of do a pattern where it's got different style stitching on as well. And yeah, as much as I absolutely love just doing cross stitch, I love kind of switching it up as well and having some really different sort of pretty things in. A bit like a chatelaine. Chatelaine is like my dream to do one day. I'd love to just kit up a whole chatelaine and do that. It's got beads, it's got specialty stitches, it's got variegated floss, silks. It's just like, you know, it's just like, I remember having a conversation with my family and talking about, you know, what you'd buy if you had a lot of money. And my sister was talking about some Jimmy Choo shoes and some, I don't even know how you say it, that's really bad. Some really expensive shoes, and I was just like, I'd kit up a chatelaine. And they were like, you do what? So I was like, no, I want a chatelaine. And I know you can do it bit by bit, and I probably eventually do that. That's kind of the plan of a way to do it. But this is kind of like a little nudge towards it, and so is the Victoria Sampler that I want to eventually do as well. So I haven't got a huge amount of progress on this, but I've done this amount on there. So I think I've done a couple of the Algerian eyelets there. If I take the fabric down, you probably can maybe see better that there's holes. I don't know if you can, no. But yeah, this is a really nice one to stitch up, and I think this is a country mocha linen 32 count fabric. Explained that well, didn't I? So yeah, this is going to look lovely. This is just, I think it's going to be like the Fractal Bird ones. It's going to be really pretty once it's up on the wall and done. So I need to get cracking on that one as well. I've got so many that I need to get cracking on, but yeah, we'll get there. Christy, that I've spoken about as well here today, she sells patterns, and she kindly, when she brought out a pattern, I need to find out the name, so I think it's Sea Monster Sampler. I can put a link down below to that as well. And she sent me the pattern and I decided to do it on these greens. I've only had a little start on it, but I love it. And there's like this sea monster thing that comes down here, and I just need to get cracking on that one because I really, really like her pattern. It's just really, really nice. So it's kind of a like mythical monster style pattern, and it's a really good pattern and really easy to follow. So I recommend doing this. Have a look on her site. And that I think is, yeah, another one that I dyed. But yeah, and I'm literally just using 3 colours on that. I've got them here, 3 colours. So I'm using 3816, 3814 and 3847. So it's just like, I literally just picked them out of my stash and wanted 3 different colours that kind of complemented each other. And that's what's in on those. So yeah, we're getting to the end. I got a pattern off of Etsy. I'm not sure on whose it was, but it was called Sampler Purple Fog. Yeah, just a like a mosaic symmetrical pattern. And I bought some, I don't know what count this is. I want to say this is 32 as well, from Lakeside Needlecraft. And I got some silk. I've just started that one. So it's all one colour, and silk's just so nice to, I think it's like a, I want to say like a Karen Water Lilies silk thing that I've got, thread. And it's just really nice to, it's really soft to work with. So it's just a gold colour that I picked up. So really pleased with that one, and I just need to continue with that too because that's going to look really nice when it's done. So yeah, that's that one. And then also on the go, I have Cottage Garden Samplings Gathering Acorns. Now this year they've got, Cottage Garden Samplings have got a year in the woods sort of every month or so. They're bringing out a pattern. Most people have done them, especially the fox, and I really like them, but I wanted to get this one done first. I don't know if I'll do all of the year in the woods. I think I'll just pick a few that I like, but they're kind of on my list to do. But I really, really like this one because of the autumn style of it. Squirrel's so cute. These colours are like the fracture bird thing that I've got. They're just really nice colours together. So I've made a small start on that, well, ish. There we go. The only thing I'm regretting about this one is I didn't use the variegated thread. I just went with DMC, and I think variegated thread would have looked a lot better. But it's still, I really like it. Still gonna, I think I'll be happy with it. I just kind of, in hindsight, wish I'd gone for the variegated threads. Sometimes I'm a bit sort of impatient and I go, okay, I've got these colours in my stash, I'm just going to do that, rather than, no, I'll just wait for the variegated thread to come through. I also kind of think, well, I've got the colours already, it saves me money as well. Same with when I dye fabric, it's just a way of saving money really and getting kind of the same result. So that's those. I have something on the go, but I'm doing it for someone that watches. So Mum, if you're watching right now, I'd like you to please close your eyes just so I can show what I've done progress on this pattern that I'm working for you. I'm not going to say what it is or any details, but I'll just say please close your eyes, and then I will tell you when to open your eyes. So please close your eyes now. I am working on this for my mum. So really enjoying this. I will put a link. I think what I'll do is to just message me if you want to know what it is, but I think most people do know what this pattern is. So that's as much as I say. And this is my progress so far. So I'm really enjoying stitching this. It's so nice to stitch. It's lovely. I can't say too much, just other than I'm really enjoying it. And I've got many more of this style on my list to start. I want one of my own. And I want to do one from my my son's dad's partner. There we go, God, I got there in the end. I'd like to do one for her and my sisters. So yeah, gonna get this one done first and see what other people think, but I'm really enjoying doing this. This is on 32 count. I won't say much more than that, but if you want information on the fabric colour, or if you don't know the pattern and you want to know it, then yeah, by all means, then just message me. But yeah, I'm absolutely loving doing this one. So I will show that weekly, but I will just be like, close your eyes, mum. Mum, you can open your eyes now. So yeah, other than that, I've been working on one other thing that isn't cross stitch, it's hardanger. And I wanted to try something new, so kind of on the same style of the Victoria Sampler samples, you know, with specialty stitches. I had always seen hardanger, and I thought that it looked too hard, I thought, but actually it's not that hard. It's kind of scary when you first start it, but then when you get it some bits done, you find that actually it's not as scary as you thought. And I'd seen Laura, what's it, she's a Flosstuber, and she had done a hardanger, and I messaged her and kind of got a bit of advice, and I started one myself. I'm doing this for my mum. She knows about this one and she's seen it, so she doesn't need to close her eyes. But yeah, so that is that. Now the scary part of it is the holes, because you have to cut your fabric to get those holes in there after you've done some stitching. But you've got satin stitch in there and lots of different little bits of stitching, cable stitch. You've got the eyelets in there as well, but it's like kind of like a tablecloth sort of look, and it's going to be hexagonal, a little bit bigger than that. So the outline that you see here is just going to go the whole way around, and then that will be done. But I absolutely love this. I just need to get it finished. As I've been saying about all of my pieces, just need to get them finished, because I know my mum will love this bit, and I would like to do one for myself as well, as maybe a pillow or something. I'm not sure how my mum wants it finished. I will speak to her when I've done it. But yeah, it's been fun to try something new and actually go, oh, I can do it. You know, even though it looks scary, once I put my mind to it, I can do it. So yeah, I've been enjoying that as well. I've got some sort of haul to show you quickly, and then I think that's it, because my video is like 40 something minutes and I probably babbled enough. But I got actually through the post today, I got the Prairie Schooler ABC. There we go. So A is for anchor, B is for blackbird, C is for cow. Obviously there's a whole alphabet set. Now I've seen the Flosstube Nightly Stitcher. She has got all of the ABCs on the back of her wall, and it looks absolutely amazing, and that's what I would like to do. So these I think will be quite quick to stitch up as well, because they're block colour and they're DMC, so nice and straightforward. So it's been taking a while for me to get hold of this. I managed to get it on 123 Stitch, because I was finding it was sold out everywhere in the UK. I think Etsy might have them now, typically, but it means just good because I can get DEF once I've done these. But I bought fabric to go with it. I bought was, it says it on there, 32 count lamb's wool linen fabric, which is just like a beigey, you know, basic linen colour. But I've got quite a, I think it was 18 by 27 I got of this, so I should be able to fit almost like 8 on there, I guess, depending on how big they are, because I'm going to do them over 2. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting that. I think I'll probably get started on that later tonight. It's been one that's been on my list for ages, so really super excited that finally came through. I've got this pattern here, which I got off of Patchwork Rabbit. It's called Autumn at Bunny Hill Manor, by designed by Karina Hittle of Artful Offerings. So I've got this one to do, which is kind of spring and autumn mixed together, which I quite like, because I love little like bunnies as well as autumn. So I think that's going to be really good to stitch up someone. And then I've got this one, which is called, it's from my Plum Street Samplers, The Fruit of the Spirit. So I'm just going to take that one out, so it'll be easier. There we go. So it says the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace. We've got 2 little characters holding hands and some like animals and houses and things. So I think that one will look up nice with some of my other vintagey style ones. I love the big strawberry as well. So yeah, that's fun for me to do. I've got this Mill Hill snow globe thing to do as well. It's got a lovely little sort of heart charm with it. I've got another snow globe, but that's upstairs and it's quite similar, but it's a hanging one, which I'm probably going to do as like a Christmas gift for someone. And I think that's everything. I really hope that I don't go back and look at this and go, oh God, I don't want to post this, and then I end up not posting, because it's been nice to kind of get back on here and go for everything that I've got at the moment. I know it's a bit higgledy-piggledy and I might have shown them too quick or not clear enough. I'm really sorry if I've done any of those. It's just really nice to be back on, and I hope you've enjoyed watching it and seeing what I'm working on at the moment or what I've done since being on last. I hope to post again, I don't know, in say a month, maybe give it a month and then post again when I've got some more to show. And if you do want a whip parade of all my whips, that will include Hades that I've got from the past as well. So I'm happy to do that at some point if that's something you would be interested in. I hope I've covered everything. Thank you again for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing this and I look forward to posting again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.